Hey, hey, what's going on? It's Sunshine.
And E.
All right.
Hey, Sunshine and Gang. Thank you for coming back to see us doing more reaction. And E's got us doing something. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a little something. Pet peeves. Everybody has some pet peeves. Some people pet peeve, and others don't care anything about that. So it says 100 people tell us their pet peeves. Keep it 100. So they're saying so, but they're gonna probably say a series of different pet peeves. And what we're gonna do is we got a little sheet of paper, and y'all can do this. Y'all can pause the tape and get your pen and paper and just jot down as they say pet peeves that you agree with. Because maybe there's some you don't, some you do. So we're going to go and see how many of the pet peeves that they say that are also pet peeves of ours. So we're going to go through here and check this out. So before we get started, like I said, y'all can pause it, grab your pen and paper, and then y'all can, let us know. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share and comment below. Comment, tell us how many pet peeves you agree with. And so let's go.
I don't like when people take shits in bathroom stalls and don't wash their hands. It's disgusting. Especially if you heard them fart and it was like a wet one.
Tell me some of your pet peeves. Pet peeves?
That's a good question.
Oh my god, how much time do you have? Let me try to really think though.
I gotta think about that. What have some other people said?
Snoring. Nose picking.
I don't like when people try to touch my face.
Uncleanliness.
When people don't know the words to songs, but then they still try to sing them. People who chew really loud. Chew with their mouth open.
It bothers me so much I can't.
People who try to sneak in line in front of you at like Starbucks.
When someone gets out the shower and the floor is soaking wet. How's the whole floor wet? There's only one shower.
My pet peeves are
Funky smells of multiple different foods being cooked.
Hangers laying on the ground.
Wasting time.
when people sniffle, whistling.
Chewing gum.
When people pop their gum.
Slurp their soup.
Babies.
When people bitch about every little thing.
Even though I'm really bad at it, I hate it when people flake out on me.
When people complain about something that they actually do all the time.
Pet peeves. Dirty fingernails.
I don't like when people lick their fingers.
Leaving only one thing left in the package.
Pet peeves. People's knees.
Blue cheese on salads.
I hate when snails are just out on the sidewalk where I can step on them.
When you go to the bathroom and the guy comes in, there's 5 stalls, but he comes to the next stall. You know what I'm saying? Right next to you.
When people don't flush their poop.
I hate when people leave the cap off the toothpaste.
When people don't wash their hands before they eat.
People who ask me a question and then they
Interrupt. When people brag about something like, we don't care.
I hate it when people are flaky.
When people don't knock before entering. People that have tons of cat hair on their shirts.
Farting in public. Gross.
People who are loud.
People playing music super, super loud in the car when I'm trying to talk to them. Loud noises when I'm tired.
Yelling.
I hate when people stomp upstairs.
Walking slow on sidewalks.
Slow drivers.
People who brake on the freeway when there's no traffic.
Woo!
When bikers don't use signals at all.
People that don't use their blinker.
Squeaky brakes. I think it's really annoying when people feel like they have to comment on every single thing when they're watching a movie. People talking during movies.
People flossing their teeth in public.
I hate when people roll their eyes at me.
Facebook friend request from the totally stranger.
Leaving DVDs out the case.
So I work at retail. When they ask, what size do you think I wear?
Oh my gosh.
When people are like
Shaking their legs under the table and the whole floor starts shaking.
I don't like when people point out that I'm really sweaty.
When people hold drinks in their hands while they're dancing.
when someone tells me to do something more than once.
Stupid people.
People that are just ignorant. I can't.
When people are really rude.
Lying. Talking too much.
People who don't understand personal space.
Walking too close to me. Children touching me. I think one of my biggest pet peeves would be like when people
Overreact.
It's not bad.
Stare at me at the gym. Can't do their job.
Ask me too many questions.
Don't immediately keep to the right on an escalator.
Okay, my main pet peeve, my one top pet peeve is when people cut me off.
Oh boy.
I don't.
All right. Oh, you writing them down? I just notate them, just 1, 2. I didn't write them down. Oh, you go around down because you want to talk about them. I hear. I'm a numbers guy, so I just wanted to see how many I had. But oh, you wanted? I had 16 of them. You probably had more, but you're so busy writing, you probably couldn't keep up with it. Yeah. That's why I just But yeah, there's some pet peeves that there's some I like the bathroom washing. To me,
that was right out the back.
I don't care anything about that. If people, I mean, what I'm saying is if people are in a restaurant and you go in the bathroom with somebody in the restaurant and y'all both use the bathroom and you come out and wash your hands and they walk out and they go to the table to eat their food, I don't care. They're not eating from my food. Now, if somebody that worked there, that's different. But somebody that come out there that just a regular, it bothers some people to no end.
We just had this conversation yesterday. We were traveling just yesterday. And someone was in the bathroom, in the stall, was in there before I got in there, had been in there for a little bit. You get up, flush the toilet, and you walk right out. But it happened just a couple of days before that, too. Different place, of course. Different person, I would assume. To me, didn't COVID teach anybody anything? I'm just saying, germs. That's how she touched that handle, I'm sure. When I wash my hands, I make sure I have paper towel. I don't even touch the handle. But see, if I can help it, I don't. It's just. But you're trying to. But see, I understand it. But you're trying to. You're doing reason. But instead of just being reason, just think. You should just say, I think people should wash their hands. Because I remember one time this guy came bathroom using somebody comment when he went over to wash his hand. He only washed one. He said, "Why you wash?" He said, "Oh, the one I use." So he figures it's okay to use one hand, but that's logical. But you was like, come on, man. People feel once you hit that bathroom door, you're obligated to wash both your hands, no matter what you do. Because now you could be outside and touching your pants and your shirt and everything. Nobody say go wash your hands, but you go in there and you never touch yourself. You just touch your clothes. They still want you to wash your hands. Now, girls are maybe a little different because y'all have to always go and sit down. Well, guys, we don't have to. We can just go up there and we just touching our clothes. But we can, But but my pet peeve that wasn't on here. This is one of mine that gets me. When I'm in the grocery store, or any store really, and the person in front of you waits until the person rings everything up. Before they pull out their wallet.
And before they pull out you knew you had to pay. It wasn't like they're going to say, hey, this one's on the house. You didn't have to pay it. You knew that wasn't going to happen. Be prepared. And then they ask, so how much was that? The ones that get me, they don't see it much lately now, but when the ones that get me, when they get all the way to that point, then they pull the checkbook out and start writing the checkbook. There's things on that check you could be writing before you get to the amount. You could have everything else ready, but that's one thing that bothers me is like you act like there's not that you might get this free, so you don't have to prepare yourself. Then they pull out coins and all. Come on, but that's one of my pet peeves. Go ahead.
I have one. I have several, but I'm not going to read them all. But one is when you say you have a carton of milk or something and you drink most of the milk and you leave just that much. Why? Just drink it all up.
Leave some for the next guy.
Well, anyway, that's one. People get annoyed. Now, I've had pets, love pets. But people get annoyed at the fact that when you have a potluck, and people don't want to eat your dish because like they have their cats on the counters. And, that's just not... You may think that your cat is clean and then that cat may be okay. Other people don't feel that same way. Yeah. So don't get mad.
Pet owners, I don't want to say they're real disrespectful. I never really had a pet or anything, so I don't want to put that...
I've had pets, and I would not allow that.
But I'm just saying pet owners as a whole almost figure that they know their pet well enough that if they say things are okay, you're just supposed to accept that. Like you could go over to somebody could have a Rottweiler or a pit bull. It's like, oh, he's a baby, he's a pussycat, he's not gonna bother you, whatever. But that person like looking at this pit bull, looking at him all the time, but they just feel that you should accept that because they feel it's okay. Instead of you saying, let me put the dog away. Because maybe or tell them, y'all comfortable with the dog? They assume
people okay.
Yeah, and that's how people do it. They'll run around and jump on you and all that stuff and figure it's okay. That might be okay for you. I don't mind dogs. Just stay in your ground, stay in your area. Don't be all over me. That's me. that's me. So I'm just saying everybody's different, but it's just like pet owners. You got another one you want?
Yeah, I'm only gonna read one more, but I do have several.
Right.
The biggest thing that irritates me to the bitter end. Say you're in the grocery store. We're gonna use the grocery store as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you get out on the street in the States, you drive on one side. Mm-hmm. Everybody know when you're in school, you walk to the right. Whichever, you walk to the right side. Mm-hmm. You have people that would literally walk in the middle or even on the right side, and y'all coming down the same way when you got all this space over here and expect you to move. When you walk up to me, you expect me to step aside, and I get to a point sometimes, and I'm not a rude person. I can be, but I'm not a rude person, and I don't. But it's irritating, and it happens way too often. To now, I'm just, if we're gonna walk into each other, we're just gonna walk into each other.
And please, if y'all follow us, because I'm gonna start doing some live, on the street type stuff, so y'all can see. Because I hear it all the time when I'm there. Because I understand her point. Like, people just want you to move, but a lot of times it's area that you can. She just figure, why should you? They're the one, So I understand.
Wrong. I'm just saying, you walk in front of me. Now, if I can alter a little bit, you can too. Mm-hmm. Alter your way, I alter mine. Everything is good. But no, you gonna stay straight, like you taking ownership.
Right.
And he's telling me you're not gonna move out the way. Now I get to the point. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to see me rude, that's when you're going to see me.
Everybody has a lover's vacation. Here's a lady that wants to be in control of the sidewalk.
Whatever.
Sidewalk control.
It's just irritating to me.
No, I get you.
You tell me. I want people to know. I wonder how many people does that happen to. It just happens way too many times.
I think some people take it personal because based on the person that are walking towards you, it's almost as they make a decision whether or not they're more important than you. I think sometimes, and I think that's what really bothers people. Because if there's somebody, I think that might be the bother.
Like you taking ownership, it's your road. I got to get off the road so you can get by. No, this is a public place.
So let me ask you. I'm going to go back to one, and we're going to end this after this. But when the person doesn't take the last, and they leave it, why do you think
takes the last? What?
The person doesn't take the last. They're drinking the milk, they have and they leave it. Why do you think they do that? What's the purpose you think? Have you ever done that? So you have when you did it.
No, I'm not saying that I have. Okay. I don't recall doing that. If this is that much milk left, unless there's like maybe a coffee drinker in the house, which is not the case, then I would say, okay, maybe they need that for their coffee. I would leave a little bit. But other than that, there's no reason to leave that little bit of milk or juice or whatever. What does that do?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. What the purpose? My thing is, even though people will look at it and say, "Come on, that's not a little bit," to them they may think I'm leaving something from there because there's nothing to drink the rest of it or pour the rest into some cereal and toss it. That's nothing. So there must be a reason why they do it. And to me, the only reason I can see that they do it is because they're like, okay, you get, it's just like when you go out to eat. And there's like this breaking point where you're like, okay, I went too far. I might as well eat it. Might as well not take this home. I might as well eat it.
Right.
So I think that's when they get to that point where it's like, dang, that's too much that I need. So I'll just leave that little sweet for
You know what I'd rather you do? I'd rather you just throw it out. Just throw it out because it serves no purpose. I mean, it's just not. It's if I'm baking a cake and I need the milk and I'm thinking, oh, I didn't stop at store. I got a carton of milk because you can't see it. That's an issue. Now I'm thinking I get home, thing is empty.
But see, that's probably what bothers you is that. You tricked in what you think is in there. I can get that. If you thinking you come, man, I can understand it, but I think some might be better than none. But when you think there's more, then you get upset when there's less. So I think that's maybe the reason. So I was just curious. But y'all let us know what y'all think. We're gonna get out of here. I'm sure y'all got some pet peeves. Y'all can put them in the comment below.
Yes.
I know plenty.
We can talk about it.
We got plenty. Yeah, we got plenty. There's some other ones, but I just did my one with the people were paying at the grocery store. But y'all let us know what you think. We're going to get out of here. Before we do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share. And in this case, please comment below. And I do believe that's it.
That is it. Thanks for listening to Sunshine and E.